And we are recording. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, thank you, Deanna, for hosting as always. You do such a good job. You do such a good job. Can y'all unmute your mics and clap for Deanna? She's so special. Yes.
Love you.
There it is. I sure appreciate all of you. She hosts all our calls. She's always most awesome. If you're new to this call, this is the Plant Better Mindset Hour. I will be your farming partner, and I will help you plant seeds that are worthy of you. My name is Antonio T. Smith Jr. It's about to go down. Let me tell you all, please. Normally I have an announcement section. No announcements tonight. You know about the laws there. So you know about the number 409-500-1546 if you want to text me. Other than that, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to need to brace yourself for point number 2. Point number 2, you're going to need to brace yourself for point number 5. Those two are doozies, okay? You're going to need to brace yourself for point number 2 and point number 5. This is my phone call in which I give you the weird, wacky stuff that I know in my head. Yes, I know it. I know it. This is it. Well, I do business, sales, and marketing on this one, but really, I'm really passionate about doing what I really love to do the most, law of attraction type stuff. We're going to be here for a while. Today, I want to talk to you about 5 spiritual principles, yes, to experience greater prosperity in your life. Yes. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. How to position yourself for abundance. I know what to say to make people come to a call. How to position yourself for abundance. But I'm going to give you 5 principles, and number 2 and number 5 are lots. Don't you all know that we should be having more than what we have? My hand's up first. Who's with me? Who's with me? You ever looked out and went, man, it's got to be more to life. Man, it has to be something. Do I got the wrong crowd tonight? Is that not? Oh, I got the right one? Okay. It's got to be more. I keep praying. I keep going to church, right? I keep on leaning. I keep on, right? I keep on doing all that. That's a Miz gospel song, y'all, right? I keep on doing all that stuff, and it's just not working out for me. How many of you ever been there before? That's a tough place to be, ain't it? Your problem is your positioning, not your life. Your problem is your positioning. There is a sacred text that says, I'm going to open up a window of heaven for you, pour you out one blessing, and where you won't have room enough to receive. And I like to joke when I bring that up, because it don't take talent to find the window, y'all. It don't. Allow me that Texas colloquialism, please. Y'all is a real word. And it doesn't take talent or skill or to be white, right? Come on, talking to some black folk, right? Or to be black, right? It doesn't take none of that. You didn't have to be the it girl in high school or the jock. None of that. You ain't even got to brush your teeth to find the window. But please do that, though, because when you find the window, we don't want to, hold out mouths and, you spitting all up on me with that toxic breath. You understand? Finding the window is about positioning. Everybody follow me? If you want to have good health, right? If you want to have good health, what you do is you position yourself for good health. Want to have a good relationship? You position yourself for a good relationship. Position number 1. People who think abundant thoughts live abundant lives. Oh, I'm about to get hard, y'all. I'm about to get hard. Number 2 is going to change your whole mind. It's going to offend some people. It's going to wake up some people. And some people are just going to get frustrated. Number 5 is going to do the same thing, okay? But it's my call. We're going to make it work. People who think abundant thoughts live abundant lives. Almost 45 minutes ago, I had non-abundance thoughts jump up on me. And I had to teach my way out those thoughts. Bring it back. 45 minutes ago, I wasn't who you see now. I almost forgot what I know. Anybody got pain that hit you like that? Don't fool me now, right? You know, some of you like your religion and stuff, right? You know all them scriptures, but as soon as something happens, all of them go out the door, right? How do you handle it when the stuff you know ain't good enough to make you feel better? Right? Come on, I'm talking now. I'm getting ready to feel real good around this place. How do you handle it when the stuff you know don't make you feel better? You know joy gonna come in the morning. It ain't fixing you right now. You know you get paid in 12 days. You broke right now. Come on now, help me out somebody. Yeah. Right? You know credit is serious, but yours is getting jacked up because money ain't coming in. Y'all hear that? Yeah. Somebody in the chat just said, I allow myself to feel it, but I don't stay in the mindset. Facts on facts on facts. Who else suffers from that problem? Knowing what to do and doing what to do are two different things. Two different parts of the brain. Knowing you shouldn't trip over this situation and still tripping over that situation sounds just like us. Yes? Yes. People who think abundant thoughts live abundant lives, and you don't get to think them and not maintain them. Here's the problem with becoming a millionaire. If you don't know how to maintain $1 million, you ain't no millionaire. And if you're not the color of persuasion, if you get $1 million and you lose it, you ain't getting it again. The system ain't going to work it out that way. It's my call. I can get as real as I want to get. The truth is, if you think abundant thoughts, that's not enough to have an abundant life. I'll break that down in number 5. But those who think abundant thoughts do tend to live abundant lives. How many of you right now got some stuff on your dream wall, been there 3 years, you still ain't got that thing yet? Don't fool me now. Don't fool me. I'll wait. There you go. How many of you got some stuff on your dream wall, been there 7 years? The paper done turned yellow on you. It done oxygenized, okay? It's got yellow. It done curled up on the ends. You forgot that you've used thumbtacks to put it even in there. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. I remember when I first started this journey, Denise say me. I remember when I first started this journey, I put a piece of paper where I was in a network marketing company. I put a piece of paper right where I brushed my teeth at. It was in my way, and I wanted it in my way because every day I said, I'm going to promote to MD and I'm going to promote to SD by this day, and I'm going to do this. And I brushed my teeth and never got it. Every day for 2 years, I brushed my teeth, never got it. Never got it. I put it where I can see it, and I mean, brushed them, never. The only thing that happened was my gums started bleeding. That's about it. I ain't never, right? Ain't never got nothing that came from that affirmation. You know why? Because I didn't vibrate at it. I thought it, but this isn't a thinking universe. It's a feeling universe. It responds to your feelings, not your thoughts. That's why some of them folk you say in your head, I'll kill you. Aren't you glad they ain't dead? Okay. Let me explain this here. Thoughts plus emotions equals creations. Everybody write that down. Thoughts plus emotions equals creations. Okay? Now, this explains why when you walk out of a scary movie, you don't get bit by no vampire on your neck or no poltergeist come out or whatever. It's because in the movie, you had all the emotions because you fell in love with the character or whatever, the plot. But when you walked out, you said, this is not real. And so you never completed the creation. Walk with me. Some of y'all not making prosperity appear in your life because once you think it, once you brush your teeth, Antonio, and say you're going to be a millionaire in 2 years, you go, as soon as you put the toothpaste out, but this ain't real. In the same way the vampire don't manifest, is the same way your retirement don't manifest. I'm talking to somebody. I am talking to somebody in this place. Thoughts plus emotions equals creation. Yes, yes. At least you got our hand up. You are talking to me, sir. Now, if you got a question, you can just interrupt me at any time and butt out a question. It's all good. You're not bothering me. Just unmute your mics and go on in there. But let me tell you, some of y'all have unthought your creations, which leads me to point number 2. Ooh, remember I told y'all number 2 and number 5? Ooh, oh, Law's gonna like it. I don't know. Anyway, let me just go for it. Oh, and I'm sorry. Hold on. Before I get to number 2, I wrote a quote by Marion Wilson. Marion Williamson said, the key to abundance is to meet limited circumstances with unlimited thoughts. That was good, ain't it? That's real good. She says the key to limited circumstances, key to abundance is to hit Antonio's move 45 minutes ago with Antonio's now unlimited thoughts now. Let me see if I can make that more plain. Yes, you down to your last $20. Now hit it with being excited that since you have $20, the universe knows where to find you to give you more money. Now hear what I just said, right? Since you got $20, the universe clearly knows where you're at. That's the good news. Now it can't get lost the next time it's got $1 million in a trash bag on the side of the road. You understand what I'm saying? Next time that $1 million wash up in the seat, that's your $1 million. You understand what I'm talking about, right? It knows where to find you. Did you see how I hit that limited situation with unlimited thoughts? Instead of saying, God, I only got $20. I said, wow, the universe knows where to find me. I got $20. Now, if you're just joining us on the call, as I drink my spritzer water with no sugar, no sodium, no flavor, as I drink my water, I want you all to recognize that I'm at point number 2. Remember I said point number 2 is a doozy? There's a marketer going, hey, don't build it up too, man. It may not be a doozy. Let me tell you, it is. I can build it up and still not hit it. Number 2. And number 2 has 3 points. It's 4 points total. Okay? Number 2. There is enough abundance for everyone. Actually, it's got 6 points total. There's enough abundance for everyone. Right now, everybody can't handle that. But that's a bit easy. You got that. No problem. Wait till the 2 points inside this point. There's enough abundance for everybody, Law. Everybody right now can go out and get all the money we ever desire, and there will still be money. Lakeisha say it loud for the people in the back. There is money for everybody. There's enough love for everybody. There's enough happiness for everybody. And the more Vastine is happy is not affecting me. Ooh, did I just hit a vein? Vastine's happiness don't cut out mine. It just doesn't do it. The more Pam Norris makes money, it's not her taking from me. I can donate to her without her taking from me. I'm talking to somebody. I can actually tell Law nice shoes without taking that compliment from myself.
It happens.
You ever met somebody that gave you, what'd you say?
I said it happens often.
Often. It happens often. Nice shoes, right? You ever had somebody give you a half compliment? Like them folk at McDonald's that give you one barbecue sauce with your nuggets? You know them folks. You know, you ask for a napkin, they give you two, like the napkins is coming out of their pocket.
You took it
right?
out of my mouth, like coming out of that shit. I said,
ain't that the truth? Right? Oh, yeah. How's your little business doing? Look, Tyrese say, when people do that to you, they go, I see you over there getting money. Tyrese say that person has a problem with you. They couldn't say, Lord, man, good job. They go, nah, I see you over there getting all the money. Yeah, that person don't like you, yo. They don't. Every single time somebody gives you a half compliment, it's because they don't like you enough to give you a full one. Did y'all hear what I just said? They don't like you enough to give you a full one. They don't. So there's enough abundance out there for everybody. Can you feel me? Can you dig it? There is enough abundance out there for everybody. Again, at any time, if you want to just jump in and holler at me or just ask a question, you're more than welcome. Inside of point number 2, there is more than enough. Watch it. Okay, hold on. Let me stop. I was going to get controversial. Law raised his hand. Go ahead, Law. Go ahead. I was going to get to the controversial part. I told you number 2 and number 5 is too real, but I'm going to go ahead and let Law go.
Okay, so I know that that's the case. Everything is abundant. Abundance is all around us. But why does that stop other people for being the cheerleader for someone else? And should I even ask?
Because,
I mean, not that I care.
Nah, you good. It's a good question. Because of lack. Because people have been taught lack. The only time lack exists, y'all, can y'all hear me? Only time lack exists is when man creates it. Lack can't exist any other place. Okay? The universe does not make lack. It even makes bacteria in abundance. The AIDS virus has abundance. The flu ain't going nowhere, no time soon. If you in Texas, hay fever is everywhere. Have you ever been somewhere where pollen is everywhere? Everybody cards is green. You ain't never seen one pollen. Okay, Tony said Hawaii right now. You ain't never seen a little bit of pollen. You've never seen a sad rain cloud dropping out one raindrop. You never seen a small mountain. You get it? You ain't seen no small mountain. You seen mountains smaller than others, but a mountain is a mountain. I dare you walk up it. I dare you walk up it. You understand? You ain't never used the restroom, did you, in number 2 and it had a small smell? Do you understand what I'm saying? Every single time the universe does something, it is abundant. Do you understand what I'm saying? It is abundant. You ain't just came out the womb, Mom, I'm just not going to use the restroom. I'm going to be good. You're never going to change my diapers. Nope. Every day it go in, it's got to come out. Do you understand what I'm saying? The universe does everything in abundance to include your money. Man then says, Dion, you can't have that. What you mean? Well, I got here first. And I tried to share, but everybody kept coming. Now, I don't have all the stuff I want. I'm talking now. Can I put that in religious terms? We can't keep helping all y'all. Fill out this paperwork and let us know why you need help from the church. It's in number 2, so it's getting worse, right? Right. Just I can't keep helping you, Tony. I can't keep helping you. Tell me when you gonna get your stuff together. All that's lack. The universe has never complained about helping me. You've never gone to the ground in your garden and the ground was like, no, man, we sprouted up last fall. We ain't got time for that this time. Right? Never happens. So point in, accounting is based on the concept of limited supply, all facts. That's what Phil just said in the comments. Now, y'all ready? This is controversial. It's not controversial. People like me and Phil go understand, and some of you. All right, here we go. There's more than enough. We're all God. See, I told you it's about to get worse. It's about to get worse. It's my call, though, okay? It's my call. There's more than enough. Why? Because you God. Can we go to your Bible for a second? Let us make man in our image. Yeah, man and woman. Let us make sure that we make you like we are made. Is that not enough? Mm-hmm. Genesis chapter 1, verse 26 through 28, just in case. Then let that same man and woman we created have dominion. How you going to have dominion if you don't have a domain? Do you understand? That's kingly talk, right? If you got dominion, you also have a domain. You also the boss. Okay? I'm going too far. I apologize. But in chapter 2, it says, say, come on. In chapter 2, it says, then God breathed into Adam, and Adam came a living soul. So what was in whatever you call God got in you. One more time for the Christians in the back. Greater is he who's in me than he who's in the world. Yes. Now, get out the Bible. I can do it. You wanted the Islam, I can do it for that too. You wanted to Sikh, it doesn't matter. I give you all of them. Here's the deal. All of us are God. Why? Because everything on planet Earth and the universe started in one place. Every school of thought believes that. Every school of thought believes that. Just pick one. Pick a school of randomness. We started in one place. It was in the sea as a single-cell organism. That's real talk. If you believe in, if you're a true atheist, and if you believe in randomness, then we all started in the sea as a single-cell organism. Okay? And after millions of years, we developed eyes. It was unclear. And we developed a little bit more. And then eventually we developed fins. Fins became, we kind of crawled out as reptiles and then transformed into mammals and then apes and then humans over billions of years. Okay? But we started from one single cell organism. If you're religious, you think God started it. If God started it, ain't that one place? Okay? If you believe in the Big Bang, isn't it fair to say that the Big Bang is in one place? Everything got so dense till it banged out. That's one place. Every major school of thought says in the beginning, everything was one thing. That it exploded and you're all still connected. So if you are all made from star stuff, as Neil Tyson deGrasse would say, isn't it safe to say that you are still it? God. Oh, you know what? You just being too liberal. No problem. I want all of you to just right now. You don't have to unmute your mics, but I just want you to speak for a second. Just say water. Just water. Just say water. Go ahead. You can unmute your mic. You put it on the mic. Just say water.
Water. Water.
Can any other species on planet Earth do that? You mean to tell me that you can take vibration, filter them through a vocal cord, and then create language out of nothing? That sounds a lot like God. You know what? I'm still being too liberal. That's they kicked me off of Fox News. I'm being too liberal, okay? So now I want you to take a piece of paper and just draw something on it. And before you get to that paper, if you've been taking notes, that paper had nothing on it, and you created something out of nothing because you are the great creator itself. Let's keep going and get more controversial, law. Not only is there more than enough, but not only are you all God, God is not poverty. God is abundance. And if you are going to position yourself in abundance, it is time for you to remember you wasn't sent here to be poor. You ain't never prayed to no broke God. You wouldn't even do it. You just wouldn't do it. You wouldn't go, God, you got something for me, man. I ain't got it this time. You ain't, I'm not, right? I'm not gonna follow you no more, right? I'm not gonna do that no more, right? I'm not gonna do that no more. I expect you to always have it, yes? Somebody put in the chat, head and not the tail. It's correct. And I'm helping somebody. God is abundance. Poverty is not holy. And stop letting people tell you you got to be poor to be righteous. There is no such thing as a poor, righteous teacher. The two cancel out. You can't be a poor, righteous teacher. You can't. I can't tell you how good abundance is, and every time you see me, my car is smoking from the engine. If I can't buy you lunch when you come down here, you shouldn't be following me. It's some folk that been down here that understand, right? It's for real though, right? If I can't buy you lunch when you come down here, somebody lying. Okay? Somebody, right? God is abundance. Now watch it. That means everywhere you go in abundance. The only time that you stop being abundant is when you stop being God. Let me give you examples of stop being God. Low self-esteem. I'm talking now. Eating food when you're depressed. Come on. Lack of self-discipline. All these are attributes you would never follow God with, right? Being angry all the doggone time. Being the friend we always got to motivate so we can be around you. I'm talking. I know that. Some of y'all are the friends that we always got to cheer up just so you, like you put us in a position to cheer you up, and until you feel better, we can't feel better. What if God treated you like that? Whatever you call God, right? What if you woke up with God, you was like, hey, God, it's a good day. No, it's not. We gonna sit here in the living room until I feel better. I know you got to go to work, but I'm just not feeling good today, Law. Right? No. And every single time you act like you're not the great creator, you lose abundance. You do. That is true separation from God. That's true sin. Okay? If you want to call sin separation from God, that is true sin. To not remember you are a creator. To have more low self-esteem than faith. And every time you sit there and let negative feelings, there's only one type of negative feeling. It just manifests into all. It's fear. All negative feelings is fear. It can show up like anger, it can show up like jealousy. It's all fear. Napoleon Hill lists out the great 6 of them. Okay? Fear of loss of love, fear of poverty, fear of correction. It's not fear of criticism, is what he called it. Some of you can't stand being corrected because you fear looking stupid. Let me bless you. Your God or whatever, even if you're atheist, doesn't matter, right? I'm not here to argue either that. If God ain't worried about looking stupid, You know how many times God then went on God's plan and everybody's like, what the heck is going on? And boom. Oh, that's what you was talking about. It took him like 50 years to do it. He was looking stupid for 50 years. He wasn't worried about it. So why are you? God is abundance, not poverty, in every single time that you operate not in your creator or creation power. That's how you get in poverty. Every single time. Every single time you've ever been depressed, it's because you forgot you was a creator. You could have created happiness. Every single time you got money behind, you forgot to create prosperity. You create the credit card and the credit card debt. You forgot to create somebody who was going to pay for your credit card debt. You created the business but forgot to create the customers. Right? I told you, number 2 is a doozy. I do apologize, okay? No one is, this is the last point in number 2, then we're going to go back. But number 5 is going to hit you again. No one is kept in poverty by a shortness of riches. They are kept in poverty by their attitude towards abundance. I'll repeat. No one on planet Earth is kept in poverty by a shortness in supply of riches. They are kept in poverty by their attitude towards abundance. I forgot who I was for about 45 minutes today. And I'm grateful it only took 45 minutes to remember. So I hear what I said? Mm-hmm. Some of y'all been tripping for 45 months. You hear what I'm saying? Some of you have been in a funk since 97. Come on, don't fool me now. I think somebody's going to keep it real with me. It just ain't been the same since your grandparents died. Who's like that? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It hasn't been the same since you got divorced. Come on now. Who's with me? Who's going to be able to willing to admit, you know what? If I wouldn't have made that mistake back then, my life would be better. I'm behind. Or some of you, if I'd have just went to college. Come on, don't fool me now. And now you're 40, still lamenting a decision you made when you was 18. Come on, Law, holler at me.
Does the same go for if you're trying to rush abundance?
Yes. Yes. What a beautiful question. Because God's never in a rush.
That's the problem.
That's the problem, huh? Taking too long to bless you, right? But remember, this is something that my business partner has recently gotten really good at. You don't have to pray out because you can pray within. Greater is he who's in me. See, y'all keep looking out for solutions when they're in. So whenever you're in a rush, it's because you're looking out and saying, I don't see my breakthrough. If you look in and go, but I know I am my breakthrough, you let it be what it will be. Let's take that out of philosophy. Let's put it into just straight up practicality. Is that fair? You can't look at the ground and go, come on, grow my stuff. All right? You can't plant the seed and be like, all right, come on. Come out the ground. Right? Come out the ground. I planted you. Come out. Come on, come out. Come out. You can't do that. You can't do that. Because let me tell you what some of you do. If you don't know, this is a seed. Some of you got this problem, okay? If you're listening on just audio, I put some keys in my left hand, and I'm holding the keys tight, and the keys are a seed. Can't nothing grow in your hand. You control too much. Your hand ain't where harvest come from. Your hand is how you sow. Your hand is not how you reap. I'm talking to somebody. I dare you to hold a seed in your hand for 30 years and see if it sprout roots. It is never going to grow. There is nothing about your hand that's ever going to grow a seed. Watch this here, y'all. What you got to do, I now have a towel in my right hand if you just listen over the phone, right, or on podcast or something. What you got to do is you got to stop being so controllish and let go. And you got to give the seed to something you don't control, like the ground or your mentor, who would then put it in the right ground. Got me? Now, when it go into the ground, you can't say, come on out of here now. Because here's what y'all do. I got you, Lord, I see you. Here's what y'all do. Every time you go back, so here is, I got my towel up again, and I planted the seed into the ground. The ground is the towel. Seed is in there, but watch it. Now you can't see the seed. It's in the ground. Now y'all pay attention. This is what y'all do. You're so much control freaks. You're so afraid. You have to control everything. This is what you do. Let me just check on the seed real quick. And you take it out the ground. And every time you take the seed out the ground, you restart your harvest. You reschedule your reaping. It was just about to come out in 2 days. And you took it out. Now you got to wait 23 months again. Come on, somebody. I'm helping somebody. Every time you control it and you go in there and you pick up the seed, you reschedule your harvest. And I don't know about you, but I am so tired of rescheduling what's for me. I'm talking to me right now. If I reschedule what's for me one more time, I'm going to slap me on the left side of the face. I'm just telling you straight up. I am tired of rescheduling what's for me. And I'm going to get what's for me, and I'm going to relax when I plant it, and I'm going to let it come up when it come up. Because the truth about harvest is they never sprout at the same time. But the also truth about harvest is it always comes in a principle of multiplication. That means every time you plant one, you get back 1,000. Come on, Law, holler at me. I'm listening. We helping somebody today, man.
Well, you helped me earlier today when you went live, because one of the questions was, should you put a time limit on your business? And you said there's no such thing as a time limit on your business. Your business is your business. You work it until you work it. And that really set into my soul because I didn't think of it in that aspect. I remember the first time around when I was in MLM, I said, I'm going to give it 2 years, 2-3 years. If it ain't going the way it's supposed to be going, then I got to go. And it was going well. But when I kept on pondering on that thought, that's when it started to decline. So it really started to connect, like there is no backup. And then that was another thing. Like I would decide that I'm going to do something, but this is the backup just in case. And it makes more sense. No wonder why it fell, because I always had a backup. You know, sometimes you think of life in that way, but it really helped me out earlier today. So I'm just
no, I mean, your harvest was the backup. It was never your plan. All your dominant thoughts and energy was on the backup. So the only way you could possibly move through life was to sabotage your breakthrough and get your backup. How many of y'all right now, you're currently in the season of your life to where you reap the backup and sabotage the breakthrough? Don't fool me now. Don't fool me. Because I know humans. And if you got a backup plan, that's why you don't have your breakthrough.
That's true.
Backup plans are poison to breakthroughs. Poison. Law's right. I forgot I did say that earlier. You don't have no time limit. You work your business with an obsession until it comes out the ground what you want. You understand? God ain't got no backup plan. God didn't make you and went, you know what, Law, if you don't work out, Tony, if you don't work out, I'm going to have another you that's going to work out. Like, think about that for a second, right? I have a better you, right? You the one I want, but there's another you that makes me feel safe, just in case you mess up. Y'all hear that? That's crazy. And that's how you treat your baby, which is your business. Look at that. All right, just so you know, we out of number 2. Don't you feel better? I told you it was a doozy. Now, number 5 is coming, though. Number 5 coming. Deja vu? Okay. That number 5 coming. I got nothing to do with it. Yes, I do. I got everything to do with that because I wrote it. But number 5 coming. And so we're going to fly through 3 and 4 pretty quickly. Go ahead, Jerome.
But, Antonio, but we was taught that you're supposed to have a backup plan. So guess what? Guess what we did? We created a backup plan.
Listen to the people you love. Yep. Yep. Let me help y'all out real quick. 2 things I know for sure. Both of them gonna hurt. Thing number 1, your teachers were poor. And I'm talking about your parents, okay? Thing number 1 is your parents taught you poverty. So did your church or your mosque. And then if you grew up like me, they taught you poverty was holy. You better not get rich. You'll lose your soul. I know I ain't just talking to me. You better not. It is easier for a camel. How you knew what I was going to say? To go through an eye of the needle for it is for a rich man to enter in. Right? Money's the root of all evil.
Bring them in.
Money. Yeah. Money's so bad, but we need it to pay the bills. Now, wait a minute now. I need some, wait a minute, right? But we often misquote the money. No, love of money is what's up. But anyway, we won't get into that. Point is, number 1, your teachers were poor. The same people told you to have a backup plan are the same people who lived in their backup plan and never lived their life.
And Antonio, the part that gets me, because you're stepping all over my toes. You know that, right?
Oh, I'm stepping over a whole lot of people's toes. I'm surprised I'm not being stoned just yet.
Well, the interesting thing is a good buddy of mine. Well, matter of fact, you talked to him when you came to Baltimore.
Yeah, I remember.
I stepped down from my position as a salaried employee and started selling my books and my glass for. I'm an entrepreneur, right? See, so I'm fulfilling my dream, but I'm still working at the company that I'm working for. Okay, because that can put a little bit of money in my pocket.
Oh Lord, that's a backup plan, Lord.
Oh, I'm telling the truth, man. Because the book says the truth make you free. So I'm still working there, and I'm making more money than I did when I was a salaried employee. So I got it going on. And one day I'm in my friend's office talking to him about how things shifted with the backup, okay, and put me in a precarious position. And then he says to me, well, you know what the deal was, right? And I said, no, what? He said, you got comfortable. I said, excuse me? He said, yeah, you got comfortable. And I said, no, it's not like that. He said, no, you got comfortable. And so I got a little ticked at him because I didn't want to hear that because I didn't think he was right at the time. So I left the office and went on my way home, and I said a couple profanities in my head about how he got to be saying this to me and he's saying that to me. But then by the time I got home, I said, but Jerome, he right. See, he stepped down to become the entrepreneur to follow your dream, but you kept holding on to what was enslaving you, even though they gave you more money. So while you're doing that, you ain't following your dream, even though you don't. It's like dipping your foot in the pool, but you don't get out there and swim. And Tony, I went back to him and told him, I said, I want you to know I had to cuss at you a couple of times because I didn't appreciate what you said to me. I said, but I have to admit to you, I said, guess what? I said, you're right. And then I said to him, I said, I just wanted to let you know that I haven't known you that long, and I can't believe that you had that type of insight. He said, no. He said, that didn't come from me. He said, I know who your father is. I said, excuse me? He said, I know who your father is. But Antonio,
somebody get the organ.
He was right. Come on now. And here's the other part. Not only did things shift and go in a direction, it's gotten worse. Hello.
Look at
See,
that.
so God was trying to tell me 2 years ago to go in a different direction. I ain't want to listen to him. And he sent that brother to tell me it was going in the right. I ain't want to listen to him. Well, guess what? I'm listening now.
Yeah, poverty will make
That's
you
all.
listen, won't it?
I'm
Yeah,
listening.
buddy.
Oh, I'm listening now.
Yeah, buddy. Couple of things before I get to Dave and his question. Poverty will always show up as money to keep you away from your dreams. Every time, poverty will show up as $22 an hour, and the universe had $22 million a year for you. For some of y'all, security is your master. That's why you have a dream and you live your backup plan. Some of y'all gonna treat the ATS network like that. You're gonna be like, yay, but I'm gonna keep. The truth is, in 2011, in 2010, in 2010, I gave my job a year and a half notice. I said, I'm leaving in 2012. I ended up leaving November 22nd, 2011. I'm a store manager at Liz Heath. I said, listen, actually, I was just a manager at first, and I got up to store manager. I'm leaving in a year and a half. Ain't nobody believe me. But I said to myself that if Ignite Energy, that's what I was with at the time, pay me, I'm out. I was with Ignite Energy. Yeah. I said, if the Ignite Energy pay me, I'm out. But watch this here, y'all. But if they don't, I'm still out. Ask Tempest, she was there. Now pay attention to me. I left November 22nd with about $500 and I retired. I ain't lying. I left so broke, my last check was accounted for. Y'all know how that life is, huh? Yeah. I know how that life is. It's spit before you get it. All right, good. I just want to make sure I got the right crowd, man. I just want to make sure. Then I was speaking, I was preaching and getting paid. Okay. Well, excuse me. Well, I had this gift, but I was stuck at a church for comfort. Y'all know that, right? Then I said this here, Law. It's time for me to move on. And that's when I first met Tempest, and I moved on. January 1st, 2012. I moved on and I came back. How many of y'all did that before? I went out there. Let me come back. Then here's what happened. Pastor started talking about me in a bad way. I'm not talking about him. I'm just saying, start talking about me in a bad way. Hurt my little feelings. He's the godfather of my child. Hurt my feelings. It took me getting my heart broke to be reminded I wasn't even supposed to be there. I'm talking to somebody. So I left. No money, just speaking. And I never needed money again. February 2012, I left. By June 2012, I was at Lakewood Church. Over 20,000 people. And it was at Lakewood I learned how to do what I do today. But if I never would have left Little Caesars, I never would have went to Lakewood. Never would have got here. Wouldn't know y'all. And I'd be a good store manager. Upset at everybody. Come on, Dave. Come on.
Oh boy.
All right. I guess, man, it's been a great run for me. But I'm kind of a little confused right now in my journey. It's because I can relate to the backup plan because every time trucking would go not like I wanted, I would go back to the plants. I would pop the toolbox, and that was my backup plan. I would always, I would fight with that, and it would be in the back of my mind in the truck, like, okay, it's not working out, so let me go back to construction, and once I get to construction, like when I go back to a refinery, it will get harder. It was getting literally harder. Like every time I would go there, it'd be like, they would do some extra stuff and all these crazy rules and I'm just going, I'm like, man, I come over here for a comfort then, but then, in a business, I'm my own boss, I go where I want. And then when me and you had that conversation, I was struggling with a lot of stuff, and 18 was like rough for me financially and everything, and then we had that conversation and you told me to
I remember. I remember.
Let the house go.
Yeah. Okay. I need y'all to hear. Tell them what I told you.
You told me to let the house go, and you said you would not regret it. That was your exact words. And so, I had you was the human confirmation behind it, right? And so, I sold everything. Once you told me that, I had automatically like, you know what? I can't have another backup plan. I can't have an excuse. So I got rid of everything that was pertaining to construction. Hard hats. I gave away toolbox. I gave away boots. I gave away no mexes. I mean, I just gave it all away.
Y'all hear this man? This man
And
is preaching right now.
and I just sunk in with the truck. Now, here's my dilemma. And I'm just being transparent and honest, but I understand the journey right now, right? Because God gave me this vision, like seriously, like in '05 when I was in Atlanta, and this is where I'm at now, right? And I danced all around the trucking. But my battle, honestly, like my fight is now. I'm like, I gave up the backup plan. I'm pursuing the trucking wholeheartedly full time, just basking in it, enjoying it, and then I come to this wreck, right? And I'm like, now I see that the wreck was part of the plan because so many other doors are opening as far as like contractional for me to take it from this one truck operation to this multi-million-dollar company.
Well,
And I'm just being honest now, you guys. Like I don't know how y'all are, but my finances wasn't together at this point. My credit wasn't together at this point. You guys, like, since I've been really trusting God, I'm just being honest, like really just moving in that and really took my hands off the process of, well, I need to do this and I need to do this and I need to do that and all this extra stuff and really put my hands on it. And when I just did like the robber and I just put my hands on it, like, okay, I'm putting this seed in the ground, like Antonio said, and I'm gonna cover it and I'm not gonna peek at it. I'm just gonna continue walking. And like I say, the doors are opening, but I'm still confused though, honestly, because I'm like,
Yep.
okay, the wreck, and then not only even with the finances, you know, um, I'm on short-term disability and things of that nature. Man, I find myself just being obedient, and when you guys called, I sow into ATS and I pay my tithes, and I'm just seeing like, I feel like I'm being rewarded more now on this on the short-term disability than I was running my truck full time. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I didn't meet all the bills when I was running this truck, and I was making the money, but now I'm on this fixed budget. I'm taking my tires out of there. I'm doing the things that I need to do and not worrying about it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna put y'all all in my business like that. You know, one of the things that I had to do was really, because I had a situation happen Sunday, and it didn't sit right in my spirit, you know. And I was okay with it. I had made my mind up because my wife, she just told me she wanted a divorce. I'm like, okay, cool. And it hurted me at that moment for that, you know what I'm saying, for that moment of her saying that. And then, I got in here and I was just like, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And then, kind of like this 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. Thank God he's been waking me up these last couple of weeks, and he's dropping stuff in my spirit early in the morning. So as soon as I execute on it, it just stuff started to happen. So Antonio, brother, I've been doing everything he said. I took my hands off of it. I gave it peace. He told me Tuesday to pay my tithes when I got my other short-term disability. And mind you, I'm on child support, so they're taking, half of that. And you guys, I'm just being transparent. I'm telling y'all to really just step away from it, take your hands off everything and just live and enjoy it. I paid my tithes in court exactly how God told me to do it. And I wasn't even thinking. I remembered what he told me Tuesday. The money hit Thursday. I went to the bank and I took the money out and I wrote out the envelope. I deposited. I went and brought it straight to church. I paid my tithes. So my short-term disability had been short every other week. So, funds has been tight. And today I get a full check just by being obedient and taking my hands off of it. Right. And I'm just like, and then, he just told me during this time, he's talking, he's like, that I need to be selfish. I needed to be selfish and just make Dave happy. Everything, it's about Dave right now. Everything that Dave wants to do, this what it's about in this season. In this season, I'm being selfish. And I'm going to say this and I'm going to get off the call. Everyone is not going to understand where you at. So, this call is perfect because, you tell it to supposedly super spiritual people, they try to get you to twist your words. And I'm just being frank, man. I had to tell the individual, like, God told me to be selfish. I'm not going to reword this situation to say, self-care and appease to you. No, this is what I'm supposed to be doing right now. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm supposed to be doing, is being selfish. And I can honestly say, Antonio, since we linked up, since we crossed paths, like, this is what I'm supposed to be. Like, all this was destined. Like, everything that I'm experiencing, is destined for the greatness. But I had to see another face that looked like me that was doing it. And that means so much to me. I don't know about you guys, but for me, and I know we have different creeds and things on this phone, but man, I'm telling you, to see a black man doing what you're doing, changing lives, and a young black man, and I'm young myself, but just seeing a young brother, come from my background, come from the hood, and able to embrace and embark and blaze trails like you're doing it, brother, is like, man, you have no idea how I smile every time I think about, the situation. So that's why I couldn't pass up on. It was in my spirit to come to the October event, and every time you guys call, it's I feel I'm obligated to do this because I know I'm pointing to something so great, so great, and everybody on this call is greatness, and we didn't understand our potential until God had to open them doors and show us. And some of us are still fighting, just like me. We're still fighting with that potential, but we just got to stay on these calls, and stay lifted and keep feeding into your energy. And hopefully in October I'll be able to see some of you guys on a call and meet y'all in person. Other than that, man, I'm that's all I got.
Thank you, man. Now, come on, y'all unmute your mic. Pass it on, God.
All right.
That's it. Man, I really appreciate you saying all that, because when you're in my position, you never really get to see how much you help people. You always got to keep going. You never really know. You know, it's your full harvest is always concealed from you. Maybe we'll get arrogant or something. Who knows, right? But you never really get to see it. Never get to see it. So I do appreciate you. I honor every single thing you said. I'm grateful at the bottom of my heart. I want y'all to know something, because I'm about to pick up at number 5 and we out of here. This man said I told him let that house go. Yes, I did. Okay? Yes, I did. Let me tell you what number 3 is and why this man is being blessed right now. Number 3 is we live in an abundant giving universe, and you were meant to give too. That's why he's blessed. How many times a man said I'm paying my tithe? Right? Now, I'm not trying to spiritualize it. I'm just saying, keeps giving, keeps getting back. Listen to what Mark Twain says. If you want love and abundance in your life, give it away. It's facts. Number 4, your desire for abundance can help you create an abundant life. Yeah. You have to first desire abundance to get it. Not think it, not know it's out there. You got to literally desire it. Now, let's go back to my man Dave when we conclude the phone call. I want to go back to that house. He told me his situation, and he told me, he was transparent, he was just transparent with y'all. Hey, man, this is going on. People looking at me funny. And I really want to get out in the truck. That's what they told him. I said, I really want to get out in the truck, and I really want to live my life, and I got it paid off. I really want to do this, but I keep trying to fix the house, and every time I'm paid, for all this, I need to do this and that. And I said, well, that's good. He said, well, tell me what you think. I said, you want to know what I think, or you want to tell you what you want to know what I want to tell you to do? I had to qualify it first, Law. Because I'm crazy. I told somebody in the middle of my keynote, quit your job, right? I don't know who was there, but I will do that. And so I told him to get that house. Sure did. To get the house. The credit messed up anyway. To get the house. You trying to keep your reputation is keeping you from your dreams. I'm trying to help somebody in this place. I know y'all wouldn't have said that. I know you don't agree with it. I know it. But at this point, he wasn't being a good steward of his life, trying to hold on to something God was trying to take from him. God trying to tear it apart. He trying to fix it. No, let that go. He want to travel, but he's stuck. Which leads me to number 5. You must get out of believing mode. Let me explain. That's it. That's all number 5 says. You must get out of believing mode. Law, if I ain't never said nothing else for you, this is it. Y'all know the whole ask, believe, receive. It's in all sacred texts. It's in New Age thinking. It's in The Secret, the movie, and the book. Lisa Nichols said it, right? Ask, believe, receive. Whatever you ask of me, believe, and you shall receive, right? That's Bible, all that stuff like that, right? Pay attention, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all stuck in believing mode. You forgot to receive. You keep believing it's going to work out for you. Right? My man believing he going to save this here. No, I'm serious. Some of y'all right now, you keep believing your marriage gonna work. No, receive a work marriage and it will happen. Stop believing. Your job was to ask, and your job was to believe. You wrote it on your wall. You prayed about it. Now get out of second base and act like it's already yours. Let me show you something. If you're listening on the phone, I got my hand out. I'm giving you something. takes some muscles to give, don't it? You know, it kind of, you know, I got the nice little, you know, the little push-up thing. You know, my push-ups make that happen. I don't know what it's called, but you can tell I do push-ups. It look good though. That's like the track thigh on a woman. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right there. That's the Dwayne the Rock Johnson right there. I don't know. Whatever it is, right? That's my push-up. My push-ups do that. Now, it take a lot of energy to give. That's the whole point of giving. Now watch this shit. All of you just pretend I'm giving you $1 million. How much energy that takes? Yeah. You relax when you receive, aren't you? Pay attention. You are relaxed when you receive, don't you? And you trying to get a new life from a tense body. You can't get your breakthrough tense. Relax like it's already yours. Catch the feeling and stop correcting people. Stop praying about it. Stop believing it's coming. Receive it's here. You can't get into the position of abundance because you stuck in the position of believing. I promise you, if some of y'all stop praying and start receiving, you'll get what you've been praying for since the 90s. I ain't telling you prayer's wrong. I said you did that well. Why are you overdoing it? Some of you still believe. And every time I ask you, no, I'm believing it's going to work. No. Switch that thing. Don't believe it's going to work. Here's your response. Hey, man, how you doing? Man, I receive it all. I feel great about my supernatural breakthrough. It's here right now. Go ahead, Law. I'm listening.
Now, that's not the same as giving thanks, right? Because when my prayers is always for thanks, and I have my 5 eyes that I want in this world, and I always end with thank you for it has already occurred.
That's the same thing, brother. We saying the same thing. We saying the same thing. Because when you think that it has already occurred, you switch your vibration. You're saying, I know it's coming. I done went to the throne boldly. I done asked for it. Now, don't bring it here. Right? I expect it in my experience. Let's put it in more practical terms. You plant the seed in the ground, and this is what y'all doing in real life. Please, seed. Ooh, I bind you in the name of Jesus. Seed, come off the ground. I speak it over you. Hey, I speak it, seed. Come forth. Come on, seed. I believe it. I went to seminar and I feel it. Come on, seed. Or be like normal farmers, till the ground, do all the hard work just to put the seed in. Believe that when you put it in, the ground gonna do its job, and don't worry about it till harvest time. Only other thing you gotta do before harvest time is keep the snakes away from your harvest. Go ahead, Vaccine.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
All right.
Loud and clear.
I did want to talk about this tonight, but when you just mentioned the word belief a few moments ago, I can't sit here and let it go by, because someone, I think, could possibly be helped by what I'm going to say right now. God had to kill a sparrow once to wake me up. I was faced with a situation where I needed money to take care of a pressing issue. And I made a deal with the gentleman to do some work on my mother's house, to put a roof on the house. And I couldn't figure out how I was going to pay this gentleman. And when I left work that evening, something hit me on the left side of my face. There was no pain, but it was like a pillow. But then I couldn't see because I looked in my rearview mirror and my face was covered with blood, feathers, and bird seeds. And I pulled to the side of the road, and there was the largest sparrow I had ever seen in my entire life, was lying on the floorboard of my car, quivering, and died. And I took this little bird and I wrapped it in an Academy sales paper. And I took it to a Shell gas station and put it gently in a trash can and put a dime or a quarter into the machine just to rinse my face off. But I could not figure out in my mind what was going on until the scripture spoke to me. Are ye not greater than a sparrow?
Mm.
God had to kill that sparrow not to reinforce my belief, but to let me learn a word that I've lived by ever since. Knowing is greater than belief. Knowing is greater than belief. Because I know that I'm sitting in a chair. I don't have to believe I'm sitting in this chair, but I know I'm sitting in a chair. And that's what the divine power had to allow me to come to know him. And that's greater. And I just wanted to pass that on because I think sometimes we become bogged down with believing, and sometimes believing is a form of doubt. But once you know something, you know it. And I know that I'm greater than a sparrow, and I know that whatever I touch, I can have it. I know that now. I don't have to believe it. I just wanted to say that. It may be out of a, maybe it may not be on a card, but I just had to share that. Thank you.
It's so much. Oh, yes. I clap. Come on, clap for that.
Great vaccine.
Yes. It's so much on the chord. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can clap better. You can dominate. Thank you, everybody. See you next Monday.
Nice.
See you next Monday.